Why they still hate? Why they still hate? I don't know. We gon' reign forever. We gon' reign forever. We gon' reign forever. Put up for my nation while they still hate. Sons of God stand up before me. We ain't got time for no Caucasian feeling our people head up with abomination. Waiting for the Lord, we still patient. Truth coming out is real blatant. I got a holy diet, I don't eat bacon. Watching out for them gutter rats, they still faking. They ain't no Jews, we the real Jews. Jeremiah 14 verse 2. Had to cut them up with a script right quick. Had to let them know I ain't no church dude. Nah, I ain't no church dude. I'm an Israelite, all about war, pull a sword. Gotta show the man what the verse do. Came with a friend, he gon' need himself a hearse too. Y'all should've known I don't play like that. Cut him up once, then he came right back. Cut him up again, then he fell right back. I don't get why he wanna catch a fade like that. I think he played himself. I think he played himself. We the best in the world, that's top shelf. We the Israelites coming for your wealth. Reign forever, we gon' do it big. Break the nations like a little twig. In the streets, we get it in. We got precepts that'll split your wig. Why they still hating? I don't know. Why they still hating? I'm putting on for my nation.
What's your question, sir?
I've been seeing y'all on the internet. I don't know, I was just scrolling, I was looking through the internet one day about a month ago, and I was just scrolling down there, and y'all popped up. And I pushed y'all, and y'all on the same level that I've been trying to tell people the same thing too. That it's something wrong on earth, that it's not right. And I really do feel like the Bible been tampered with in so many ways.
You said it, you feel like the Bible been tampered with?
It's a lie in there. It's a lot of lies in there.
So what we about to show you, it wasn't the Bible that was tampered with. It was your mind that was tampered with. It was the way we were taught this Bible. We were taught this Bible by the people that brought us into captivity. We were taught this Bible by our slave master. That's who taught us this Bible. See, at one point we had our Bible. We had it. This was ours. We were kings on this earth. This was our book. This is our history book. But what happened to us? We stopped keeping God's commandments.
That's right.
Go to Baruch. Go to Baruch for me. Baruch 4 and 6. Baruch 4 and 6. Because I'm going to get to your question about was the Bible tampered with? Because the Bible wasn't tampered with. It was your mind that was tampered with. Give me on Baruch 4 and 6.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse, and ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction.
So, like I said, what happened to us, we were put into captivity, right? So, we didn't want to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments when we were teaching each other the Bible, when our forefathers was teaching us the laws, statutes, and commandments. So what happened to us again?
Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction.
So we got sold to the nations, but we wasn't sold for us to be destroyed. We wasn't made to be like this forever. We're not supposed to always be on the bottom. Not for our destruction, but for what?
But because ye moved God to wrath,
Go ahead.
ye were delivered unto the enemy.
So since we didn't want to keep the commandments, we were delivered to the enemies. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 20. Oh, keep reading. Go ahead.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 28.
Go ahead.
For it was your mind to go astray. So being returned, seek him 10 times more.
So at one point, our mind was taking us astray from God. We stopped keeping God's commandments, and guess what? He turned his back on us.
That's right.
He turned his back on us because we didn't want to keep his commandments, just like the scripture the brother brought up early. So our mind went astray. We started following other gods. We started following other people. We got following other religions, other traditions, instead of the traditions that we have in this Bible. So our mind went astray. Guess what? It's so much in this Bible that we're not taught. To say that it's been changed, it's been contradicted or whatnot in the Bible, first you'll have to read the Bible and learn the Bible.
That's right.
If we don't do that, we listen to what our pastors say. Give me that scripture, give me that in Isaiah 29 and 13. Isaiah 29 and 13. Let me show you about how we learned this Bible after we stopped keeping the commandments, once we were taken into captivity. Read that for me.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 13.
Go ahead.
Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me.
So guess what? Our people have removed their heart far from God. See, the people that call themselves Christians now, that's why you think the Bible's not real. That's why you think it's stuff not right in this Bible. Because the people that you usually hear talking about the Bible, guess what? They just got lip service. They just got lip service. They're not telling you the truth that's in the Bible. They're telling them what their pastor said.
That's right.
They're telling them what somebody else said. They're not going to read you a scripture and read you what thus said the Lord said.
That's
so
right.
you can start seeing all these hypocrites walking around. All these pastors in church having sex with these women in church. All these women in church backbiting, coming against each other in church. So you think it's something got to be wrong with this book. But guess what? This is how our people learn the Bible. Read, keep going.
And their fear towards me,
It says their understanding towards God, read,
is taught by the precept of men.
it was taught by the precepts of men. So what men taught us the Bible? When we got off them slave ships, who taught us the Bible?
The man did.
Which ones?
Don't know.
You don't know who taught us the Bible? When we couldn't read or write, who was teaching us the Bible? You never seen those slave movies? You know who taught us. That's who taught us the Bible. When we couldn't read or write, well, you'll get put to death for reading. But guess what? They still had Sunday church. They still was reading those scriptures like slaves obey your master. They was reading those scriptures with no understanding of what those scriptures meant. So guess what? It wasn't that the Bible was messed with. It was our mind that was messed with.
That's right.
All right, let me show you something. Go to because that's what we out here. Go to 1 Maccabees 1 and 3 and 43. Nah, 3 and 43. 1 Maccabees 3 and 43. Yeah. 1 Maccabees, 3 and 43. You got that? Yeah. First Maccabees 3 and 43. Read.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people.
So that's what we said. We was like, we got to bring these scriptures out to our people. We got to restore the decayed estate of our people. If we look at our communities, what we see? Look what we see. Every time we come into our communities, we see on the bottom, we see trash everywhere. We see junk everywhere. We see drug dealers everywhere. We see kids just running around getting into whatever they want to do. It ain't no truth in our communities. Ain't no love in our communities. This is a decayed estate. And all in our communities, there are other nations that run the stores, that run the business in our community. And what do? We make them rich while they put their kids in college. So we're trying to restore that decayed estate. So one way to restore a decayed estate is the problem is we don't have any self-esteem. When we look at ourselves, we don't see kings and gods. We don't see princesses. We don't see a righteous people. We see niggas. We see thoughts. We see busted babies. We see baby daddies, baby mamas. That's what we see when we look amongst each other. That's why when you go into a store that is owned by a black person, you want a discount. You want the hookup. If they mess up one time, you ain't never going back to that store. But guess what? You'll go to the Korean store and have them mess with your nails, and they'll curse you out in their language all day long. And you keep giving them your money, and it can be falling apart. We're going to be up in there, but you got a business owned by your own people. Guess what? We ain't going to go there. We ain't going to go there. We ain't going to go support our people. Guess what? We are a destroyed group of people, and we trying to give us that image back. Because just like you said, how you think the Bible may have been changed, let me show you some stuff that's in this Bible that's real, that ain't been changed. Go to Hosea 3 and 4.
Bring it out!
Hosea 3 and 4. Because like I said, when we look at each other, we don't see Christ in each other. You see, when I look and I see these brothers walking down the street, I see gods on this earth. But guess what? They don't lost their way. When I see my brothers, I want to help my brothers. That's why we out here. We got families, we got wives, but guess what? We come out and sacrifice our time to restore the decayed estate.
That's right.
That's why we out here. But let me show you a prophecy that's in this Bible that came true. Something that the prophet said was going to happen. That came through Hosea.
Bring it out!
Yeah, Hosea 3 and 4. Read.
The book of Hosea, chapter 3 and verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king.
So it says the children of Israel will abide many days without a king. Talking about us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Guess what? We don't have a king right now. Who controls our communities? Who will be our leader in our communities? We don't have none. Who? Creflo Dollar? Who? T.D. Jakes? You know, Yo Gotti? You know, what was that? He called himself the King of Memphis? Where's our king? Where do we go to when we have issues, we have problems, we have grievances?
Exactly.
Right.
Guess what? We thought we did good when we elected the first black president.
Yeah.
What has he done for our community?
Not nothing.
He did nothing for our communities. But guess what? He making it so a man can go in the woman's bathroom right now. He making it so a woman can go in the man's bathroom right now. He making it so two men can get married right now. But that's what we cared about. He came and he took care of them faggots and the other nations. But he ain't come and take care of us.
That's right.
He ain't, when he came to the hood to come take care of us, he didn't do that. But guess what? You can watch a video with him in the living room with Lil Katie and Bob. They chilling, hanging out.
Right.
Guess what? They threw a professor in jail because he was going to his house. They say he broke into his own house. They're like, well, let's have a beer and talk about it. He couldn't come out and say them cops racist as hell. Nah, he ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that. So we don't have a king right now. Well, who is the black leader in Jackson, Tennessee?
Not nobody.
Who's the black? Hey, brothers across the street. Who's the black leaders in Jackson, Tennessee? Hey, come over here, man. We out here for y'all. Come on over here, brothers. We out here for y'all. I'm trying to know who are the leaders in Jackson, Tennessee. If I'm having a problem, who can I come to see who the leaders are in Jackson, Tennessee? Because we don't have no king. Our people don't have a king. It says we will go many days without a king. Who is our king? Say it again.
You said who the leaders in Jackson?
Who are the leaders in Jackson, Tennessee?
It sure ain't the city
Hey, come around here, bro.
It ain't the councilman.
It ain't Johnny Dodds.
Hey, hold on. I don't want you on no camera.
Oh, man, ain't no big thing, bro. There's cameras all around Jackson, Tennessee. They trying to catch us in our wickedness. But go ahead. Who are the leaders in Jackson, Tennessee?
So we changing the weather now. So put your brakes on, caps, put your cakes on, and knock off your blood.
No, I'm talking about a man. We're talking about a man. What man can I go to if I'm having a problem in my community that look like me? We ain't got no king. Read that again. I'm gonna show you. That's why I said, like we talking about. You said the Bible was tampered. I'm gonna show you that the stuff this Bible say, it's real right now. Right now, it's real right now. Read that again.
What it says in the Bible. True enough.
For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king.
Guess what? We have abided many days without a king. At one point, we had a king. We had King Saul. We had King David. We had King Solomon.
Right.
It was kings throughout all our history. Right now, we ain't got no king. All we got is somebody to pacify us, to tell us hands down, don't shoot, to tell us to lay on the ground, have a moment of silence for who was that? Mike Brown.
Right.
We ain't got no kings. We ain't got no righteous men trying to raise us up and get us out of the situations we're in. Keep reading that.
The book of Hosea, chapter 3 and verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king,
Go ahead.
and without a prince,
And without a prince, go ahead.
and without a sacrifice.
And no sacrifice. We ain't got no sacrifice. And guess what? At one point, it was a way for us to have atonement for our sins. Guess what? We out here, we trying to be the sacrifice. We're trying to be a sacrifice for our people right
That's
now.
right.
But guess what? Without the men of God coming out to teach this Bible to tell you to keep the commandments, we ain't got no sacrifice. But guess what now? Guess what? That's like the brother said. You should be able to see that time getting short. You got men of God coming out here to teach in our communities to tell our people to keep the commandments.
That's right.
So guess what? We're beginning to get that sacrifice. Read.
And without an image,
Go ahead. Without what?
an image.
And without an image. The image of the so-called black man is destroyed right now.
That's right.
Guess what I'm saying? He was about to pick out a dog. I bet you everybody thought he was going to get a pit bull or a Rottweiler. Because that's the image of the black man. That's us. We're going to get us a pit bull or a Rottweiler and fight. That's our image. That's why when you see people when we see brothers looking at each other crazy, we're ready to fight. We're ready to pull a pistol. And women too.
Yeah.
When another woman see another woman looking fly, guess what? She want to fight.
That's right.
She got something to say. She want to talk behind her back. Because we don't have no image.
No image.
Because we think that the most righteous person on this earth is a white man. We think that Jesus the Christ is a white man.
And it says in Revelation he wasn't.
That's what we think. We think, let me see that.
He can't be black.
We think that this right here is a white man. It's our king. That's what we think. That's why we got confused in the faces. That's why we don't have an image. We don't have an image. Now let me show you something, bro. Because you said something. You said that Jesus wasn't black, right?
He can't be black.
Why not?
Because he always on time when you need it.
Because he always on time when you need it. Hey man, look, you a comedian right now. But look, ain't nothing funny with the age rate in Jackson, Tennessee.
That's right.
Ain't nothing funny with the prison rate in Jackson, Tennessee. Ain't nothing funny when somebody kick your door in and rape your woman and take your kid.
That's right.
Ain't nothing funny about that, so we ain't out here for games, bro. I could be at home with my wife, chilling in the bed watching TV right now. So it ain't a joke. We ain't trying to have no jokes out here. We trying to raise the decaying state of our people.
Right.
Don't you want something better than this, brother?
Sure.
Don't you want something better than this for your kids? Yeah, you do. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to answer. I know you want something better than this, because I want something better than this from y'all, and I'm not even from here. So guess what? I'm going to show you. You said Christ couldn't be black. So we're going to read the scriptures right now. Let's see.
Bring it out.
Revelations 1:1.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So we're talking about the revelation of Jesus Christ, the revealing of Jesus Christ. Read.
Which God gave unto him to show his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Keep going.
And he sent it to signify it by his angel unto his servant John,
Go ahead.
who bear record of the word of God.
So he gonna bear record of the word of God, of what Christ looked like.
Yeah.
Drop down to verse 10.
Verse 10. And I was in the spirit on the Lord's day.
So this John the Revelator on the island of Patmos, he said, I was in the spirit on the Lord's day. He was keeping the Sabbath like our people don't do, because the pastor don't teach them to do that.
That's right.
He was in the spirit on the Lord's day. Read.
And heard behind me a great voice.
He said he heard behind him a great voice, a loud voice. Guess what? The other nations want us to talk with our head down to the ground and quiet.
Yeah.
But that's not how we gonna do it. We don't deal like that no more.
That's right.
When the real black men stand up, I want to hear our voices loud,
That's right.
because we are warriors. Read.
As of a trumpet,
Go ahead.
saying, I am Alpha and Omega,
Go ahead.
the first and the last.
Read.
And what thou seest,
It says what you see. What you see, because a lot of people say, oh no, he was drunk, he was having a vision. It says what you see, read.
write in a book.
So what he saw, he's about to write in this Bible right here. Go ahead.
And he sent it unto the 7 churches.
12.
Verse 12. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me.
So he heard that loud voice, and he turned around. Let me see who this is. Read.
And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks.
So guess what? It says being turned, he saw 7 golden candlesticks. So we're going to see. We're going to see what's the true image that's written in this Bible. Now let me say something real quick. I'm not saying that this is Jesus Christ. I'm saying that this is a biblical depiction of what the Bible say Christ looked like. Read.
Bring it out.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks,
Go ahead.
one like unto the Son of Man,
We talk about the Son of Man. That's Christ. Read.
clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Go ahead.
and a girdle about the belt with a golden girdle.
Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So it first said Christ's head and his hairs were white like wool. So question, who has woolly hair on this earth, brother? Who has woolly hair? Who has hair like wool on this earth? I'm talking to you, bro. You don't know? Come on, man. You was talking a lot before we came over here, when you ran over here, bro. Now we dealing with some knowledge, bro. Now let's look at this brother right here. Now who has woolly hair on the earth?
I guess we do.
We have woolly hair on this earth. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So he said he had white woolly hair, not that long stringy dog hair right there.
Right.
He had white woolly hair.
Right.
Just like you have, brother, just like I have, just
Right.
like this brother have. Just like all these black men out here, they have woolly hair.
That's right.
And guess what? The older in age they get, it turns white. Read.
as white as snow.
Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And he said his eyes were as a flame of fire, meaning red. Just like the whites of your eyes right now, brother, they red. Because Christ drank wine, but in moderation. He didn't have no blue eyes. He didn't have no hazel eyes.
That's right.
He didn't have no green eyes like all of these fake images of Christ. Christ's eyes was a flame of fire. He didn't play around. Read.
And his feet.
And his feet. It says Christ's feet because they wore sandals back then. If you look at the top of your feet, they look like the rest of your body, the same color.
That's right.
It says, and his feet was like what?
Like unto fine brass.
It says like fine brass. Brother, what color is brass? Brass is green? No, brass. Like a trumpet or a trombone. What color is brass? It's brown.
Color penny.
That's right, brother. Brass is a derivative of brown. But let's see how brown Christ was according to the scriptures. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Like they what?
Burned in a furnace.
Christ was so brown, it said it looked like he was burnt in a furnace.
That's right.
So guess what? Christ was maybe about your color, maybe even a little darker.
That's right.
That's what they don't teach us this in these churches. They don't want you to know that you come from one of the most righteous men on this planet.
That's right.
If Christ was an Israelite, if Christ was a Jew,
That's
then guess
right.
what? The so-called blacks in America are the real Jews.
That's right.
We are the Israelites. We are God's chosen people.
Right.
But his Bible said we will go many days without an image. We don't have an image. We think we niggas. We think we fly. We think we body. We think we everything but a child of God.
Only leader that we had was stand up for us, and he did, Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King didn't stand up for us.
Well, what he did?
He didn't stand up for us. You want to know what Martin Luther King did?
He fought for our civil rights.
He didn't fight for our civil rights. Martin Luther King said, you don't have to have your own businesses no more. He said, instead of spending your money with your brethren, he said, instead of spending money with your brothers, let's go spend money with the white man.
That's right.
Instead of having your own bus station, let's go in a restaurant and get spit in our face so we can give our money to them. Let me ask you a question. Since Martin Luther King, since the civil rights movement in general, since the whole civil rights movement ended, what was the last historical black college ever built? How many was built after the civil rights movement? How many, sister? Which one?
Lane,
When was Lane built?
18.
That's not after the civil rights movement, that's before. It was not one single historical black college built after the civil rights movement.
Right.
Guess what? Because guess what they said? You can go to school with the white people now. And guess what they do now? Hey, we want you to be a football player. We want you to be a basketball player. Come run and jump for me so you can send my kids to school. So Martin Luther King didn't fight for our civil rights. He put us, he afraid? He put us in a burning building, a burning house. He talk about us coming together, us holding hands with the oppressor. Well, the Bible don't talk about that. We're never supposed to come together with our enemies.
That's right.
Go to Sirach. What you got? Yeah. I'm gonna show you Martin Luther King in the Bible. Hey, brother, if you got a question, come talk to me about it. We out here teaching. But let me show you what the Bible says about Martin Luther King. See, I'm telling you, sister, this Bible ain't been changed. Our mind been changed. Let me show you. I'm about to show you Martin Luther King in the Bible. We're gonna read about him in the Bible. I'm gonna show you this a true book. Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 23.
Go ahead.
I am a God at hand, saith the Lord, and not a God far off. Can any hide himself in a secret place that I shall not see him, saith the Lord? Do not I fill the heaven and the earth, saith the Lord?
Go ahead.
I have heard what the prophet said, that prophesied lies in my name.
So he's talking about a prophet that's prophesied lies in the name of God. Read.
Saying
what?
I have dreams.
Saying what?
I have dreams.
Wait, hold up. He said a prophet that lied. What did that prophet say?
I have dreams. I have dreams.
He's talking about a prophet that came and said, I have dreamed. I have dreamed. Who came and said, I have dreamed? I have dreamed. Oh, it's the Bible. You got this Bible, your grandmother got this Bible, your great-grandmother got this Bible. You can go in any church, anywhere. You can get the internet.
He'll show it to you right there.
It's in this Bible. It's talking about a lying prophet that said what?
I have a dream. I
It says, I have dreamed, I have dreamed. This Bible talking about Martin Luther King. It say he a liar. Read.
How long shall this be in the hearts of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of the deceits of their own heart.
It says they prophets of the deceits of their own heart. Because guess what? How many women Martin Luther King had on the side? They got all kinds of tape recordings and everything on Martin Luther King. It said he prophesied lies because he said we can come together with the other nations, right? Go to Proverbs 11. Go to Proverbs 11 and 21. Ain't that 11:21?
He ain't no color.
Yeah, go to Proverbs 11 and 21. Because he said he got a dream that little white boys and white girls gonna hold hand in hand. Hey, when did we ever come together with the other nations? We ain't never come together. Guess what? We ain't never gonna come together with them.
Don't say we ain't gonna never. We might.
We ain't gonna
When?
never come together. But
You want to come together with them?
We might come
Do you
together.
want to come together with them?
Yeah.
You want to come together with the people that took your great-grandparents, put them on a ship, where they pissed and vomit on each other.
No.
When they didn't want to feed, they took a stick and knocked their teeth out
No.
and force fed them.
No.
You want to come together with them people that did that to you?
No, I misunderstand what you're saying.
Yeah, we ain't coming together with them, and I don't want to come together with them.
That's right.
I care about my people. I don't care about nobody else. You can call it racist. You can call it whatever you want to call it. I care about my brother. Who run it?
She just said it.
Who? I want to hear you say it.
I ain't racist.
What that mean? What racist mean? What that mean, racist? That mean you don't care about your people?
Yeah, I care about my people.
So being racist is telling the truth?
I mean, to be honest.
I'm just asking a question. That mean when you tell the truth, you racist?
No, that ain't.
So I'm asking you who run everything right now. I ain't trying to say hate somebody. We talking about the truth. Who run it? See, like that's it. You can wake up in this community and
They
see
said
it.
the mayor run it, so I
You
don't
can
know.
see it day in and day out, but you still love your slave master. You still love your slave master.
Hold on.
You still love your slave
I
master.
have a little something I wasn't even hear. I wasn't even
they
born.
still.
You still love your slave master. What you said now?
I wasn't even born when them slave was around.
You wasn't born when the slave was around.
No, I was not.
No, you wasn't. But are you on the top or on the bottom right now as a people?
I'm on top.
You on the top. Which mansion you staying in Jackson?
There ain't no top.
Huh?
I thought you. I misunderstood what you're saying. I ain't on the top because.
Are we on the top as a people?
We are on the bottom.
We on the
trying to
bottom.
get to the
Guess
top.
what? And guess
But
what?
we'll never get
And
there.
guess what? The people who brought us over here on slave ships, they on the top.
We playing a lot of trying to get to the top.
We paying a lot, and we need to keep the commandments to get to the top. Just like our foreparents was brought here on slave ships that was put in America. Guess what? You think that is a coincidence that we in the projects, that we in the ghettos? It's got all this land in America. Why they put all the black people together in one little spot? Why they build these? Guess what? They doing the same thing over and over and over again. The same thing over and over. That's like you said, it's repeat. It keep happening. It keep happening. It keep happening. That's why you seeing all the crime and stuff in our community. It's gonna keep
They trying to get us
happening.
to come together, but they ain't together.
And I don't care about what they are. They don't matter. They don't matter. See, that's why when you say we teaching racism, I don't care about nobody but my people.
That's right.
That's all I care about. I can't care about nobody else until my house straight first.
That's
What
right.
that song say, sweep around your own front door before you come sweep around mine? I don't care about what they doing. I care about our people. I care about my brothers. If I make it, I want you to make it. I want her to make it. I want you to make it. That's what I want. Let's go back to this image. Go to Daniel. Because just like the scripture said, it said we're gonna go many days without an image. We don't have an image. So guess what? Oh no, go back to Job 9:24. My bad. Job 9:24. Because we was going over who the wicked was. Because just like it says, though hand join in hand, the wicked ain't gonna go unpunished. The Most High God is gonna punish the wicked. It's gonna be one day we're gonna be kings on this earth again. Thus says this Bible. But first we gotta wake up. We gotta come out of this. We gotta wake up. We gotta stop looking at each other and seeing niggas. We gotta see gods. We gotta see kings.
That's right.
'Cause that's who we are and that's who we be.
That's right.
Read that again. Job 9:24.
Job chapter 9, verse 24.
ahead.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So guess what? This earth was given to the hand of the wicked. The people who run this earth, the people who write the laws, the people that tell us what to do, they are the wicked. These are the nations are wicked. Go ahead, read.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
It says he covered the faces of the judges thereof. Guess what he did? Guess what he gave you? He gave you this image and said that's Christ. He covered the faces of the true judges of this earth. That's what he did.
That's right.
He told you that the most righteous man ever walked this earth looked like them. And at the same time, he was raping your foremothers and raping your foremothers. Where you at? Read that again.
Verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Read.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
So guess what? They covered the faces of the true judges. They gave us these false images. Read.
If not, where and who is he?
If the wicked on this earth ain't the so-called white man, then who is it? If he ain't wicked, who wicked then? Who wicked? If it ain't the so-called white man, then who is it? Oh no, we ain't doing it. But guess what? We letting them destroy us. We letting that gift destroy our heart. Right. See, we watch these rap videos, we watch Jay-Z and all these brothers, and we think that, oh, we can make some money now. Yeah. That gift destroying our heart. Yeah. See, we being pacified. Let me show you something. Let's get some more image in this Bible. Because see, once we realize that the people in this Bible are us, that we realize that we come from this line of people, we gonna look at each other and say these kings on the earth. I'm gonna look at this brother and say that's probably what King David looked like. I'm gonna say that's probably what Paul looked like. That's probably what Ezekiel looked like. That's probably what Moses looked like. That's probably what John looked like. That's what I see when I see my people. You could be what Susanna looked like. That's what I see when I look at my people, because I've been woken up. Go to what I told you to get. No, go to Daniel. Go to Daniel 10. Let's get some more images of Christ. Because we was, just the other day we was in this neighborhood with a bunch of little kids outside, and we go out there to show them what Christ looked like according to the Bible. Guess what? This little church run by these white people, they come out there. Don't be teaching them this. We invested 9 years in these kids.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Brass is a derivative of brown, okay? So, who is he? Do he got brown skin?
No.
Do he got brown skin?
Yes.
Okay, read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So he was real dark, y'all. Okay? He was dark. Okay? So, I'm going to let y'all know this is what Jesus looked like. This is not what Jesus looked like. This right here is called, he's the devil. Okay?
That's right.
The word devil.
You know ride the van?
I got a question.
This is the devil.
Hold on, I got a question.
These people deceive.
Y'all come like real powerful, and I have nothing against that. You know what I'm saying? But we don't teach our kids over here off of looks. I understand what y'all saying, but y'all just came like real strong to these kids.
Yeah, they need
so
to know
they're
that.
gonna come. I understand that, but it's kind of like a racism thing to me, the way y'all just
How is that
came.
racist? Read this
Like,
Bible.
no,
So you
no,
saying God
I
racist?
understand. No, that's not what I'm saying. What the way you're perceiving it to these little kids.
What made it racist? I'm listening.
Like you said, that's strike 2 against them.
Read it. Let's read it again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
This is the picture they gave us as Jesus. You need to listen. This is called white supremacy. How they gonna make Jesus Christ look like?
Oh man, then they pet.
How they gonna make Jesus Christ look like?
Oh man, then they pet. Then they.
Them are my
But then.
See what I'm
How they gonna make Jesus Christ look like?
Oh man, then they pet. Then they.
Them are my two.
But then.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can take yours
Those
away.
are my
Okay.
2 kids.
Okay, you can take yours away. We not out here trying to push this on them. We just want them to know the truth, because they going to get on that bus and go off and learn a lie. And they going to grow up to kill one another. They going to grow up twerking. They going to grow up gangbanging, because they want us to live a truth, but they teach us lies all our life. This makes a difference.
These kids lies.
Who taught us this? Who taught us this?
We don't teach them. We
Who
don't teach them
taught
that
us?
Jesus
Do y'all
is
teach them
white.
they look like this?
We do not teach them that Jesus is
Well,
white.
read it again in the Bible. let's see. You say nobody
Read loud.
walked the earth.
So
did John relate?
Whoa, did you see
Read.
Yeah, read that.
No, he didn't. I didn't either. And we don't
Read it. They get
This
angry.
is the book of Revelation.
This is the revelation of Jesus Christ. This God gave it to him. Hold on, stop. We cannot get angry because the Bible says Jesus was like a black man. See, that's the devil. Y'all are the devil.
No, we're no black man. You're
right. What color? What color are you? Okay.
You're not black.
You're exactly right, ma'am.
We're
We call us black and white.
Let's go.
What shade are you?
I guess kind of a peachy shade.
What shade are you?
I guess kind of a peachy shade.
What shade are you?
I guess kind of a peachy shade.
What shade are you?
I guess kind of a peachy shade.
Genesis 25 and 25. We're gonna
Bring it out.
exactly what color you are.
You need to read Revelation where it says if you teach these children wrong.
That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna pay. Y'all whole race of people gotta pay. Y'all not teaching. If you know what the love of God is teaching them the commandments of God. Y'all not. What are y'all teaching our kids? If they would, they want to gang bang and shoot each other when they grow up.
I stand in this.
We not even
time to this
y'all owe us y'all life.
I will go with him on
y'all
that.
came
But
into another country
when it comes
and got
to
us and brought us over here and
where
told us lies.
you
Y'all
want to
owe
say
us
where the
y'all
white
life.
people come, the same way you want to say where the black people come from, you assume it's from us. You know what I'm saying? We are the only race that can have a race outside.
And the first came out red.
That's how we prove it.
Am I right?
Yeah, that's how
I'm
we
right
prove
about
it.
this, right? So racism started with us, if that's what they want to say. We outcast anything that did not look like us. Am I right or wrong?
You can argue with this one.
I'm not arguing.
We teaching the Bible.
We was teaching the kids. Y'all came over here to us. We didn't say nothing to y'all.
So we ain't directing y'all.
That's right, right?
Be honest. Did I say anything to you?
We have invested in these kids since they were 3 and 4 years old.
Guess what?
You are coming in and undermining
Hey,
what
look,
we
that's
have
so-
taught them. We have invested in these kids since they were 3 and 4 years old.
Guess what?
You are coming in and undermining
Hey,
what
look,
we
that's
have
so-
taught them.
I mean, but no, did you understand the way I said I have no problem.
We have invested in these kids since they were 3 and 4 years old.
Guess what?
You are coming in and undermining
Hey,
what
look,
we
that's
have
so-
taught them.
I mean, but no.
So when you invest in something, what you get? You want something on the payback. They want something on the payback. So guess what? They teaching them white supremacy. They teaching them that they the guys on this earth. They don't want us teaching them what Christ really looked like. So go to Daniel real quick. Daniel 10. You got it? Let's show you. Because when you said Christ wasn't no black man, hey, that offend me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. You ain't know no better. But now you know. Hey, but look. If somebody asks you what Christ looked like, what you gonna tell them? What you gonna tell them? Let me show y'all, brothers, what Christ looked like according to the scriptures. Daniel 10 and 5. Read.
Daniel chapter 10 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with a fine gold of Euphrates.
So just like in Revelations, how he said he had a long garment and a gold belt on, same image right here, got a long garment and a gold belt on. What color was the garment? Read.
His body also was like the bird.
So in this scripture, he had on a green garment. Go ahead.
And his face has the appearance of lightning.
It says his face has the appearance of lightning. Christ didn't play. See, they want you to think that Christ was a little, oh, brother, the lamb, washed in the blood. Hey, when Christ stepped on the scene, people were scared to talk to him. Christ was an austere man according to the scriptures. Christ went to the temple and made a whip and beat people in this temple. Christ wasn't a man to be playing with. He looked like a man faced with the appearance of lightning. Read.
And his eyes as lamps of fire.
Just like in Revelation, it said eyes was red with fire. In this scripture, the same thing. Read.
And his arms.
It says, and his arms. Read.
And his feet feet.
Arms and feet was like what?
Like in color.
Like in what?
Like in color.
So guess what? Just like they used to call us color, they will call Christ color right now. It says his arms and feet was like in color to what?
To polished brass.
His arms and feet was brown like brass. That's what Christ looked like according to the scripture. Let's keep going. Let's get some more color out of this Bible. Go to Job. Job 30:30. I'm going to show you that all the people in this Bible are black. That this is our book. This ain't no international book. This book wasn't sent here for everybody. Christ didn't die for everybody, and everybody ain't making it to the kingdom of heaven.
That's right. Bring it out.
Job chapter 30, verse 30.
Go ahead.
My skin is black upon me.
So Job said his skin is black upon him. Job has black skin. According to the scriptures, Job was a black man. Go to Solomon. Let's see what King Solomon looked like according to the scriptures. Let's find out. It should be right before Proverbs. Got it? Yeah, I know. It's just one page. There you go. So let's see what King Solomon looked like according to the scriptures. Let's find out. Read.
Song of Solomon, verse 5. I am black, but comely.
Wait, go to verse 1 and make sure we're talking about Solomon.
The Song of Songs, which is Solomon.
So we talking about King Solomon in the Bible. This in the scriptures, like I said, sister, this Bible ain't been changed, our mind been changed. Why they don't teach about King Solomon being black in the Bible?
They don't read the Bible like a book.
That's right. They don't want you to read it like that. You got to read this whole thing, and then you got to read it precept upon precept to get the understanding. Now go to verse 5.
Verse 5. I am black.
So Solomon said, I am black, but what?
But comely.
And comely means beautiful. Solomon said, I am black and beautiful. How black?
O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
Read.
As the tents of Kedar.
As the tents of Kedar. The word Kedar means black. If you look it up, the tents of Kedar was black. Read.
As the curtains of Solomon.
So he said, I was jet black. I'm black, super black. Let's see, go to verse, what I want.
Real black.
Go to verse 10. Let me show you something else about Solomon. So you ever notice why people like to put golds in their mouth? Yeah. You got Lil Wayne, you got diamonds and stuff in their mouth. Let's find out why we rocked it like that. Why we like to be like that right now. Read.
Verse 10.
Read.
Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels.
So guess what? Even Solomon had, he had golds in his mouth. He had diamonds in his mouth. We come from that same thing. That's where we come from. That's us. These are our people. Yeah. Go to Genesis 2 and 7. Let's see how it was set up from the beginning. What the first man looked like. Let's see what Adam looked like. Go to Genesis 2 and 7. Read.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 7.
Go ahead.
And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
Read that again.
And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
That's what the Most High God made the first man from the dust of the ground. And guess what? The dust is brown. The deeper and deeper you go, the darker and darker it gets.
That's right.
Let's go.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC. To stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates on all our YouTube channels. Shalom.